I got Bone Pile already coming at us. But we don't know how many he's had yet.
He's had quite a few because he's already hitting on somebody in the comments.
Well, he's only a couple comments, so he's only a couple deep right now. Watson's picking out the no. I had sloppy joes. All right. If nobody under 20 hunted hounds right now, where would we be in 25 years, right? So the question is, tonight we're going to talk about getting the young people involved. And one way to do it is to give away hound pups, correct?
We can show that their hope.
We got Amanda, Michael, and Caleb here from the Great American Hound Puppy Giveaway. Did I get that right?
Yep.
And we were kind of going over stuff, and I asked you what you want to touch on, and you said no one believes that it's real. You get a lot of, zero beers, and no, I'm not hitting on her. All right, he might not be drunk yet. He might not be drunk yet. Bone Pile's our one of our characters. Oh man, and look who we got tonight. Oh, get on there. Hang on.
We talked him up.
There he is.
Dang. Jeremy tried to call me earlier, and I've been on the damn phone ever since he called.
I tried to call him like 3 times today.
That's the second time I've called him in the past week.
Yeah.
Too busy for a poor man.
Yeah.
We got the Great American Hound Puppy Giveaway people here tonight, talking about trying to get these young people hunting. And they've been doing it for a couple years. You guys have done it for a couple years.
Who's here with that? Who are we talking to?
Amanda, Michael, and Caleb.
Hi, Amanda, Michael, and Caleb.
Hi.
How are you? What is what's the guy that was part of that like 2 years ago? It's on Facebook now and then.
That was Carl Boykin. Is who you're thinking.
Carl Boykin. That's right.
Yeah, so he started it, and then Andrea and her husband took it over, and then Caleb and I took it over from them.
So
I got you. Well, that's a good deal. So what are y'all doing? Let me hear about this.
Well, they're a C. You guys are nonprofit now. You're a C3 now.
correct. So that got all said and done probably about this time last year. I finally got all that said, done, dealt with, and over with. Here in a couple months, I can apply for a gambling license or raffle license, so we can start raffling off guns to turn into better prizes for the kids and whatnot too. So I'm looking forward to that next step with it also.
Yeah, the first year that Carl did that, I told him to give me the address of the first kid that got a pup, and I sent them a Alpha Garmin unit, and somebody sent me a nice little thank you letter in the mail after that. I don't remember who it was. But
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember that. How many puppies are you? When are y'all giving pups away? What's the?
I am announcing live on Facebook August 2nd. That is the first Sunday in August.
Yep. So the kids still have to write the letters. They still have to handwrite them. Those are due July 15th, and it's a hard date. So we actually don't accept anything after July 15th, only because you have to organize puppies and where they're going and who's getting what. And the judges have to read all the letters and pick their top 3 in each age group and all of that. So those are the 2 big dates coming up, July 15th for letters, and then August 2nd is the announcement.
How many puppies are y'all planning to give away this year?
Donations keep coming in like crazy. So I handle all the pup donations, but I I think I'm right at like 28 puppies or something like that right now. A guy messaged me back on the East Coast, and he just out of Virginia, and he just told me that he's going to donate his entire litter. So he's going to keep one of the puppies and donate the rest out. So I'm not sure the number on that one.
How many letters did y'all get last year?
We had 75 total letters. 50 of them were for puppies and 15 were for just gear. We ended up giving away 55 puppies.
Really?
Yeah, I see Jason's asking if it's worldwide. No, it's not. It's only in the US. We had a couple miscommunications, and we did end up sending a couple to Canada last year, but they're kind of picky about their shots and different things that they have to get across the border. So Caleb and I were like, we got to stick to just the US this year.
Yeah.
Can we raffle Chris off after y'all done with the giveaway?
I'm in for it.
I've tried to sell him, but nobody will buy him, so we'll raffle him off.
Yeah.
I don't have that license yet. We got
on
to
the
hold
honey
off a
hole
month or two.
classifieds.
You don't have your exotic pet.
I don't have my shots. I don't have my shots either.
Yes, you're not going
Can't
to
leave the state.
I'll give Chris some shots. I'll send him off with some good shots. You ain't got to worry about it. Chris, will you do me a favor, and will you make sure that these fine people have my phone number? And once you've got all of the letters, I would ask for you to please reach out to me so that we can talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You better text him first.
As long as you're not Jeremy calling, I'll actually answer my phone.
Yeah, we've had some we've had some good donations last couple of years. I know Dustin has donated the last 2 years a hoodie or t-shirt or whatever kid choice I think it was for the top 3 in each age group. And then Troy Biddle, who I think is in Colorado, last year he donated was it 2 alphas and 2 collars?
Yeah. Yep,
and then this year he's donating an alpha and collar system as well. So
and leashes and whatever else his puppy thought was a good idea.
Yeah, you do like a collar and a leash.
Explain to me, if you would, how it works. You just said top 3 per age group, so I guess you pick a 1, 2, and 3 and per age group, or
yeah. So a breakdown were 6 through 17, 6 through 9, 10 through 14, 16 through 17 for age groups. I think I got those right. Close anyway.
Close.
Yep, and then top 3 of each of those and a overall top letter. So there's actually 10 top prizes.
And we have judges who read the letters and then they pick, and then it's like whoever has the most, votes for each letter.
So there's 10. So there's 10 prizes. So I mean,
there's 10 winners who get some bigger prizes than the others. It all depends on how much is donated, but almost every kid gets some sort of leash, collar, something to go with the puppy.
So why don't we? And I'm just thinking, and y'all can tell me in the direction you needed to go, but I want to help y'all out. I mean, I think that every top 10 of those puppies needs to go out with a Garmin collar or something, and I'll gladly donate that. You just tell me what you need.
Oh wow, that'd be amazing.
What's the good? I mean, I mean, they change those collars like I change underwear about once every 3 months. So what's the new collar now? A
The new ones
TT15 or
are
something?
the
25.
TT25s.
Yep.
TT25 is the latest right now, Cody.
How
Dustin's
about
here.
you, Seek?
Dustin, will you do me a favor and will you send one TT25 collar with all top 10 prizes and you just send me the bill?
Yep, I got you, Cody. I'll get with
You're
you.
kidding.
Holy
Done.
cow,
There you
Cody.
go.
That's amazing.
All right,
Yeah,
Cody.
y'all need to be sending-
After this is said and done, give me your info because I gotta get you tax statements and stuff like that.
All right. They, yeah, I mean, y'all kind of messed up. If you'd have said 58 puppies about 30 seconds later, I was fixing to say, well, let's just send a collar with every puppy. So your timing on those words saved me about $6,000.
Well, we gave away 55 last year.
Yeah, no, that's right.
Yeah, so we give
Yeah.
out as many puppies as that are donated, we give out. So
Yeah.
we try I've been trying to match up, like where are the letters coming from. Sometimes we get a bunch of donations. Like right now, I have a potential for 4 puppies being donated from Montana, but I have no kid letters from Montana. So it makes it a little bit trickier to figure out like how to get a puppy from Montana to somewhere else in the United States, without costing the parents a bunch of money for transport. So hopefully some Montana kids will hear the podcast and write a letter.
So many miles. We like to have the dogs as young as possible, around that 8 weeks, for the end of the giveaway. But really, our goal is to try to keep the dogs under 9 months of old so they can kind of bond and connect with the kid. That's not necessarily a hard number, but it is, or a hard age, but it is what we try to stick with. We do make some exceptions. And of course, the younger the better because it makes better videos and makes grown-ups like us cry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we have a guy who's donating and his is on the older end. And so when I talked to him about it, he was like, well, is it okay if I start it on drags and, different types of things? And I was like, absolutely, because, it's going to be, I think that pup's like the oldest we have. And I think it's going to be right about 9-10 months the day of the giveaway. So having it started is probably a good idea. I mean, I even start mine and he's only, like 15 weeks now, I think. So
Yeah, I mean, y'all can even do a kid's choice on those collars, or if you want to do TT25s or whatever they are, but I'll donate 10 of them to you. So
that's amazing.
And then all 10 spots can take a collar with their puppy.
Yeah, get your information to Caleb for sure. We'd love to throw out a huge thank you to you on the Hound Pup giveaway Facebook page too.
Oh, that's the least of my worries. Thank Dustin.
Well, we like to say thank you to everybody.
Right. We can't do it without you. Maybe you getting all this credit, somebody else will need to see their name put on Facebook too to get some credit.
Yeah.
Maybe so.
Looks like we have a question. Yeah, I do have kids who have written letters for South Carolina and North Carolina.
Yep, we got them both.
I think we have a letter from each right now, and I've got a bunch of pups back east right now. So
yeah, and if y'all get any letters from a kid in the southeastern quadrant of the United States that sends a letter talking about wanting to have a dog for bobcat hunting, you make sure and send that letter my way.
For which state?
Texas to North Carolina.
Perfect. You were talking about earlier that you didn't advertise too much on the letters because you would probably get swamped with letters.
We do get right now. We'll probably get the majority of our letters in the next couple of weeks. Wouldn't you say, Caleb?
Generally, if I had a guess, it'll be from, our 25, 30 letters we're sitting at now, and all of a sudden it's going to bump up to 75, and me and Amanda are going to cry for that too.
Mm-hmm. If we get to a point too that, we have, 40 puppies and 100 letters, then it ends up being, more of a competition, I guess.
Right. So far we have been really, really lucky, and our track record is every letter that we have gotten for a kid wanting a puppy, a kid has gone home with a puppy. Sooner or later, that'll end up not happening just because there's a limit with how many dogs we can transfer throughout the United States and still just be successful. That'll eventually crash, but until we reach that, hopefully we can still keep it at 100%.
Yeah.
Tim, that would be, I see a comment from Tim down here about he would be willing to pick up and deliver puppies in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, and Montana, Western Montana. That'd be amazing. If you want to send me a PM on Facebook, that'd be awesome. They have your contact.
Because we definitely have dogs and letters from all those places.
We do have puppies and letters from all of those. Well, not Washington. I don't think we have one in Washington yet. Unless a new one came in.
Crystal sent me a message the other day, but I can't remember what state. I didn't get that to you yet.
Ah.
It was like yesterday. You're fine.
Hey, okay. Mr. Benny, what are you doing, man?
I thought I'd set in and see what's going on.
Where my fry bread at? That's what I want to know.
Benny's going to make fry bread for every kid that writes a letter and mail it to him.
I put my name on that list as a kid. I'm short enough.
Yeah.
Hey, you had your
Justin,
chance.
I think I might be shorter than you.
Maybe. You're close.
When do you guys usually start this? You end it in August. So when do you kick it back up again?
Caleb?
Do what?
When do you start it all over again, Caleb?
Somehow I zoned out. I don't know what happened.
He was thinking about fry bread is what he was doing.
We generally take a couple months off just to take a break, reset, deal with all the drama that comes from trying to move puppies across the country and get everything mailed out. So we'll probably start advertising for 2027. Yeah, October-ish time frame, somewhere in there.
Yeah, we'll mention it probably around October, and then we actually start hitting it pretty hard with like advertising the next year, generally in January after the holidays.
Yeah.
And so let's go into the letters. Is there any kind of rules to it? I know you have a couple rules, like how long does it have to be in crayon? So Bone Pile can write a letter.
Bone Pile ate him. He already ate him.
Bone Pile aged out.
So on Facebook, under our featured tab, we have a list of rules and what is required for the letters. If for some reason that there is a kid that cannot meet those letter rule obligations for it, whether it be a disability or anything like that, all that parent needs to do or guardian is reach out to myself or Amanda. We're still going to require a letter of some sort, but we will we will twist or bend the rules to be. We're not going to exclude a child that has a disability,
Like a learning disability.
Yep. So whether it's tracing mom and dad's handwriting or something like that, or drawing a picture, we will make something work. Just we don't know if you don't reach out to us.
It has to be that
one that
effort.
runs Hounds has
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with Dustin. Everybody that runs Hounds has a learning disability.
Amen, Pastor Chicken.
You have to have a learning disability to own them damn things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
they
we
have-
can't count, so we don't know how many we got.
So they have to be
We just
handwritten
keep
too,
buying
correct?
more.
Yes, handwritten. The child letter has to be handwritten. I don't care about the parents. That came out wrong, but
The kid's letter must be handwritten. Even if, like Kayla was saying, if there was like a disability of some kind, the parent can do like a scribed letter off to the side, like this is what the kid is writing. And then the parent letter can be typed or handwritten. It's not really not important with the parent letter.
Okay. And then you said you mentioned Facebook. What's your Facebook?
the Great American Hound Pup giveaway.
Yeah.
So I can. If I hit a button, am I going to lose the screen to where I can post a link?
You should be able to type in the comments.
Yeah, it might make your screen go black, but you won't.
Yeah, just like Cody's just did. You
Yeah,
probably got a call.
but it's
I'm still here. I just minimized it.
it's a group on Facebook that you just get in and it's where kids show updates. Amanda and Caleb post updates. It's good. It's good to see the kids that have got puppies and see how they progress. And I know it's not a requirement, right? But it's really nice for the guys that donate and for everyone that's in there to just see. It's cool to see all the kids with their pups that they're training, and from last year now their pups are a year old and they're making progress, doing whatever. It's a cool deal for sure. As much as I hunt with my kids and see how my kids interact with them, it's really cool to see the program, and that's why I fell in love with it and why I don't. I mean, if I would, every one of my kids would write a letter, but right now, but
I'll send you a black and tan, Dustin. Special request. I've got one
He'll
donated.
give that one away, so don't give
Hey,
it to
It'll
him.
be special for Dustin's kids.
Dustin don't like running nothing but walk.
His daughter is
Walk.
not picky. She loved all over mine last year.
oh, she loves anything that will sit in her lap and lick her. She's
Oh yeah, they came to the
I had to
Hound
make-
trials, and I
Down
showed up,
down
and they
here,
were in
there's
a
a
puppy
couple,
pen.
there's a couple blue ticks down here that will do just that.
I don't doubt it. No, it's a really cool program, and it's grown a lot since Caleb and Amanda have taken it over, and now they've got Jay helping them, and Stephanie, and I think is it Caitlin?
Yeah, we have Stephanie. She helps. She does a lot of posting. She's donated puppies every year. She actually last year, a puppy that she donated, something happened. Not sure what happened at all, but about 3 months after the kids bought it, she passed away. So she ended up donating another puppy that she had and got it shipped up there for free and everything to the kids. So she has a huge heart. She loves the program. And then we brought on Caitlin Tyree was it this year? I think it was this year. And she makes all the fancy flyers. And so if you see anything like cute and fancy, that's 100% her.
Yeah, was not me.
That's not Caleb at all.
Well, honestly, everyone that's working this program now was once someone that had a kid write in for a letter, right? And that's how much.
Yes. Except Stephanie.
Except Stephanie.
Yes.
Yeah. And then we also have, not on Facebook, we have Shay Downs. He runs our Instagram. He's offered to do something pretty cool. Wants to get 500 followers on Instagram. He said if he gets 500 followers on Instagram through the American Hound Pup giveaway, he'll donate a Plink Pro from Rusty Smith. So
can you guys have somewhere to donate? And yes, Anderson, if you send me money, just let me know what it's for and I'll send it on too.
Yep, I got them.
Yep. Go ahead, Caleb.
Oh, I got a Venmo. I'm an idiot, so I don't know how to send the link to this. So Amanda is gonna send the Venmo, hopefully.
So are you kidding me right now? You're the worst boss ever.
We'll figure it out. If anybody wants to, let me or Chris know, and we'll get you hooked up with Amanda or Caleb.
Hey, just get a piece of paper, Caleb, and then trace the QR code. You'll be all right.
That's exactly what he should do.
and then just take a picture of it and send it off. You'll be good.
All right, let me try to do this too.
I don't know.
The last time I did that, I missed conversation.
Well, I'll put a page on or a link on my azwda.com too.
Yeah,
perfect.
I can send you a screenshot if you want to put it up there. It is on our Facebook page, though. There's a Venmo. But I can send you the picture.
Give me a screenshot, and then you guys will see me fumble like everybody else here will. And I've been doing this for 2-3 years, and I still take forever.
See, this buck has been passed through 3 people already.
Anything tech, Caleb's like, Amanda will do it.
What else?
So we did something cool this year too, aside from the giveaway, because Caleb and I were talking about how in like after Christmas, like there's really kids are bored, right, during Christmas break. And so we actually had them do a drawing contest, and the winner of the drawing contest by the judges ended up being our logo for this year. And we have a lady named Melanie Hess. And if you order a Hound Pup giveaway shirt from her, she actually will send us money back. But our logo on our Facebook page and the logo for this year was all kid designed. So that was kind of a cool thing that we did this year.
And I know, so we're going to donate a puppy too in Arizona. I talked to Amanda about it. So AWDA will donate a pup. And then anybody who gets a pup, we're going to donate a membership to the Arizona Working Dog Alliance too.
Awesome.
Super awesome. When you send me a picture, Chris, I'll make a thank you post too with the puppy. I always like to do posts for the pictures because I know like when my son, probably Caleb's kids too, when they wrote their letters, my son was like, can we look on the Hound page? Are there any puppies? What do the puppies look like?
Well, that's a good idea.
Puppies have been donated, so that's
absolutely.
I try to make posts for every single puppy, and I try to make posts with like the parents on game and then the puppy that's being donated so that, the kids can see what's coming.
Hey,
And
Benny.
I asked you this. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, Benny?
Yes, sir.
You better be ready. I'm getting it ready for you.
Got the airboat ready.
Poncho pulled it out, getting it ready for you.
I'm
You
ready.
need to go, Fred?
I'm
We're
ready.
going fishing.
Yeah.
We're going whack-a-mole alligator hunting.
Oh yeah.
But well, guys, I'm gonna check out of here. But like I said, y'all get with Dustin and he'll take care of it. But I'll send 10 callers of choice to the 10 top winners. So
Appreciate it tremendously.
Thank you.
all right, guys, y'all need anything? Let me know.
Will do.
Thanks, Cody.
We'll
See
get
you
a
guys.
race. Bye, Cody.
So we also talked about, I asked you earlier about vetting the hounds, and you said you tried to vet the hounds as best you could, obviously, but
I do. A ton of people will offer puppies. I get a lot of people offering all kinds of dogs. Like they'll say, well, I have a husky hound cross, and I'm like, we can't take that. Or I'll say, well, do you have puppies, or like, do you have parents that hunt? And they'll say, well, no, we don't hunt anything. And so we do try to make sure that the puppies that are being donated come from people who are hunting their dogs. And
Right.
so that's the best I can do, just not knowing people, obviously Caleb knows me. We donated one. I still vetted my own dogs. Like I still put pictures and videos of my own dogs on game on the pup giveaway page with the puppies saying that we're donating. So it's the best I can do for.
We're trying to give the best possible chance that this kid's dog will hunt and make this a rewarding experience for the kid and wanting them to continue this. The kid getting a dog that doesn't hunt right from the beginning, it's going to be kind of a bummer. So we're trying to do our best to avoid that.
do you get any kickbacks off that? Maybe people calling and saying, hey, man, because I'm a firm believer it's a lot in the handler too. And as far as you're sending kids, like you're sending these dogs off to kids, as far as vetting the kids, like, is there any kind of hound background with those kids? Or, I mean, what I'm saying is I can have a kid come up and say, I want to go bird hunting and give him a shotgun. And he ain't going to know what to do. You know what I mean? So is there like a mentorship kind of deal?
So we have the guardian write their experience with houndsmanship and stuff like that. It is not a requirement, but so far every letter that we have received from a kid is my dad, my brother, uncle, my neighbor is really big into it. My puppy will be staying with my neighbor who I go with every weekend. So none of these kids are completely out of the loop, starting from absolute zero, trying to do this on their own. All of them do have some sort of help membership thing so far from what we've seen.
Okay.
We're not getting letters from kids that are just trying to win a pup and turn it into a pet. At least according to what is written on the letters.
Okay. Got anything, Dustin?
Sorry, I was distracted writing a comment.
Caleb,
It's contagious.
Yeah.
Caleb, to get the QR code to Chris, I sent him the donation, but you're going to have to go on your Venmo and screenshot your QR code.
Yeah, just send me the QR code or your email or your phone number you use. And then
right.
Evans just gave you guys $500.
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Evan.
So
we do we're a nonprofit. So Evan, if you want to message Caleb on Facebook Messenger or something like that, we can get you that tax exempt form.
And then I'll send it over to you guys as soon as I get yours. So, and then you said you guys kind of keep track of these kids once they start working with these dogs and everything, correct?
Yeah, we try. It's of course always up to the parents, but we try to get them to, send in like updates. A lot of parents will send an update, or like all of a sudden you'll see a post and it'll be like, I'll use Case for example. His daughter wanted her own dog, and so she wrote a letter last year. Her name is Sid, and she has just trained that pup up, and this year I guess she won some ribbons at her field trials, and then she took it out on her own 4-wheeler. She made a little strike rack for it, took it out on a 4-wheeler and caught her a bear. So and I know he'd be okay with me sharing that, but like that type of update is just wonderful, because like I know my son, he's right here. He hunts his dog that he won 3 years ago, like crazy. And so I know like other kids are too. There's this one video on our Facebook page. It was just an update where the little kid, he's on his bicycle and he's got a coon hide being drugged behind the bicycle, and that hound pup's just chasing it like crazy. So we love seeing those updates, getting the kids hunting. And I know Caleb's son is hunted his pup that he won a ton on coyotes and bobcats, bears.
That's the part of what y'all do that makes your job special.
Oh yeah, like I'm part of the Facebook group and seeing the updates, seeing the kids that enjoy it. I mean, I know Amanda and Michael and Blake personally. I really like the shit out of Blake. Blake's a good kid, but he's
wearing his hat.
I see him.
Me too.
But they spend time with the dogs. They enjoy them, and it's something different. You can claim that one of dad or mom's dogs is yours, but it's different for these kids when they write in their letter and they get the pup. I think that's a huge thing that really kind of invests them in it a little bit. I mean, probably a lot, and go from there. And yeah, it's fun. I enjoy the updates. I enjoy all the videos that get posted on there and things like that. It really makes a grouchy old sucker have a little bit warmer heart. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, like
Blake, gives you a little faith.
Blake owns 2 hound dogs in that barn, and he bought one for $5. And that's been a good hound dog. And he's old now. He can't really run. He'll still strike, but he can't go make the race with them young dogs. So,
but his 3-year-old does. I told him, I said, hey, because his 3-year-old that he won just loves to track. And I was like, if he doesn't honor these dogs, he's not earning his dinner, and I'm going to ship him down the road. And Blake goes, Diesel, Mom says you have to run this bear or you can't have dinner. And I shit you not, Diesel ran that bear that very day and treat. I was like, you little dog whisperer.
It's just
he's come talk to my dogs.
Hey Blake, I need to borrow you.
It's different.
We're gonna rent your kid out.
I got a whole pack you gotta talk to.
Yeah, it's different when they got a little skin in the game versus, dad brought dogs.
Possession is intense in the law dealing with kids.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people don't have litters too, and a lot of people don't like raising litters. I love it. I got 5, 6 pups now, and they're fighting over. They want to keep them all, and I'm like, oh, no, we're gonna donate them now. Because they'll keep them all, but they've been used to it. They're kind of used to it.
Amanda, she got me this year with this litter we had. She's like, you need to pick a dog. And I'm like, well, they don't got no personality yet. And then, so I picked one, and then they got personality. I was like, well, I'd have kept that one and that one and that one and that one. And she's like, that's why I told you to pick one.
Yeah. It's hard to pick them early.
Yep.
But, and when you're raising your own litters, it's fun to me to watch them grow. Like right now, they're kind of like a toddler. They start getting their, like you said, their attitude, their character, and which one's going to work. And sometimes the one you thought was going to work kind of just stayed where he was. But just like, humans, their maturity level sometimes just blows up the next day.
Yeah. Well, it's
But-
what I wanted to do with that litter and pick them after they got attitude and seeing what they were going to do. But yeah, I'd probably kept the whole litter.
Yeah, I got some good ones right now. So I have 2 picked out for sure. So, but I have 4 kids and they all think they need a pup. And I said, no, because I'll be the one when they're not cute and cuddly no more. You know, sometimes them kids lose interest in them. They just love them puppies. So I have to be careful.
It's a good thing puppies are cute because if they came out looking like full-grown dogs, we'd kill them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We'd pull a
That's-
Benny. We'd
You know,
spear
and
'em.
it's and how you know, and how do we there's no better way to get started. You know, how like me, I got started. I always wanted hounds. No one in my family did it, and I didn't even get started until my late 20s. You know, and I just knew somebody who had dogs. And I actually have 2 of his dogs here now because his wife passed away and he had to move around. So the 2 dogs I gave him 8 years ago, I went and picked back up. But he gave me dogs in the beginning. You know, that's how I got started. So to probably get these kids, my kids would probably drop out of it because they feed them, they water them, and I threaten to get rid of them when they start slacking. And then they're like, no, don't get rid of the mules. Don't get rid of the dogs. We'll take care of them. So they do good again. But kids are kids, man. And to keep them interested, a puppy's the only way. If those puppies would stay puppies for about 5 years, we'd be good and then grow because the kids would stay interested way longer.
I don't know if I can handle them
But-
for 5 years.
Oh,
Oh man.
I don't know this one right
But I
here.
think
in the
you're
middle.
right.
This one in the middle, I don't think he'll ever leave it now after he's got into it at a young age. I don't think he'll ever leave it.
Cooper won't either.
I think when you when they get their own dog and they start their own dog and they catch stuff with their own dog, like with me, they know I'm going to have another litter next year. You know, so I guess they're kind of spoiled with it. Some kids don't have that opportunity to pick
They
a dog.
they like the puppy playful part of it, but haven't quite dug into to training and doing their own thing with their own dog.
Yeah.
You know,
My 12-year-olds have, and they're
Yeah.
into it. The 7-year-old girls, they just want puppies.
so
Our daughter, she wrote a letter the second year, and her dog Zero, he's out in the barn. But I was like, man, you know, Zero's we're gonna keep hunting him. And she goes, well, I'm going to college, and Zero's coming with me. And I was like, Zero's not going to college.
yeah,
You know,
he's not-
I know a guy here that was in college and quit college to come back and run dogs.
Really?
So
My daughter just loves the pictures. Like, that's what she loves
Yep.
to do. She loves to get to the tree, and she's like our little photographer, and she has to tell her dad to be quiet and wait because she wants to get her pictures, and she'll be done when she's done.
yeah. Well, it's just I think it's when they get so invested in it, like my second daughter, she's 16, and if you spend time with her, you can see that
She's
has
the hound whisperer.
she has a true love, not as much for the hunting and the game we pursue, but a true love for the dogs and what we do
Period.
with them is a secondary thing that she's gaining a love for. And I have some upcoming litters planned, and she's already like, well, how many are we keeping? I'm like how? She's like, well, are we going to keep 6 and train them and do this? I said, no, no.
unless you get a job,
Yeah.
not unless you get your own job and pay for your own.
So she just finished her sophomore year in high school, and she transferred to online because she knows if she's online, when I go hunting during the week, she gets to go. That is the only reason she chose to do it. She's like, I'm done going to school, Dad. I will get my work done when I can go, But if you're going hunting, I'm going.
That would be Blake.
Yeah.
You know,
I see we have a question. The kids do not have to write a progress report. It would be awesome if we got to get an update from every single kid, but
that's a hard requirement to push.
it would, it's really hard to like force them to do an update or to give us a progress. And sometimes we're all hound hunters, so we know the reality that sometimes sad things happen. Right. So I've talked to some parents before. I wanted to do a whole like update post, and a parent was like, unfortunately, like the puppy passed away at like 10 months old. So not always is it,
And it's not all puppies and rainbows.
Well, it's
it is at the beginning.
Never.
But even you, Caleb, like
never.
Your son won ears, and you don't have an update to give us.
No.
Yep. Well, and that's it's like every litter that someone has. Nothing's ever guaranteed. You can't guarantee that this pup is going to do that. This pup is going to do that. It's all just, sometimes it's the luck of the draw. And some litters, 10 out of 12 work out. Some litters, 10 out of 10 work out. And some litters are not quite that way. And
so
they're all washes.
Yeah. It's you can't ever guarantee that a dog's going to do what you hope it will do.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, it's 55 dogs. You're not going to have 55 rock stars.
No. Yeah.
No.
That's what I'm getting at. And it's hard because, you might have kids that ride in from very experienced families and kids that ride in from very inexperienced families. And so whether a dog will turn out a lot is on the handler and the kid.
Absolutely.
And so that's hard. And when it's a kid's pup and it doesn't turn out, that's a hard battle to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And sometimes
learn
it's not up to the handler's expectation, right?
Yeah.
Like sometimes
it's a learning experience for the kid to let them know that it's not always.
It teaches life. Life is hard sometimes, but we got kind of a family little funny farm and stuff like that, and maybe I'm raising a batch of freaks, but they understand that life and death. They understand, sometimes things come to a get, and whether that's the family cow that you bottle fed and now you're eating it, or bad things happen in the woods or whatever. But it is part of life, and it's part of these kids growing up to be productive members of society too. And it all is part of that giant circle, I guess.
Well, that's just, I was talking with a guy today, and the thing that some guys, especially the younger generation, don't realize when you get into the hounds and you're chasing these apex predators, even sometimes with a coon and that, when you turn them dogs loose, there is never a guarantee they're coming home. Ever.
Yep.
Especially when we're chasing lions and bears, but even coons, you get in water. Coyotes, I have zero experience with coyotes, but just any game you're chasing that's a predator, there is a chance that dog is not going to come home, whether it's from the game you're chasing, whether it's
rattlesnake,
highways,
medical
cars,
highways, anything like that. A dog can just be going and its heart will give out.
Yeah.
Heat stroke is a big thing. Just certain things. It's every time you turn them loose, it's never a guarantee, but it's never going to stop me from letting them do what they love.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we're talking about the dog, but it's not just the dog, because that kid might see all the good videos and all this, and then get that puppy and realize that's a lot of work.
It is.
And like you've given away hundreds of dogs already, and that's a lot of kids. And a lot of them, like I said, they don't realize the work you have to put. Hell, adults don't realize it. Hell, I still don't realize it because I still have puppies, you know.
Why am I walking 3 miles through a swamp to grab this new dog that didn't come back?
Yeah,
I did that the
yeah,
other night.
that's digging up a pack rat nest. Yeah.
That's what I
Or
send
a monkey,
Michael in
huh?
for. When the dogs post up, I'm like, hey, you're a better hiker. You go.
Yeah. That's
That's why you have kids.
Your whole walk in. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. You see him? Come on, buddy.
Oh, Michael
have-
was so mad when Zero posted up and he was old enough to know better. He's tone broke. He was all the things, and he would not come out. And Michael walked down there, and he was like, "I'm not letting you rest on the way out."
Yeah.
So they both just trudged along. Up
It
the
was
hill.
like 3 miles
You know, I had a
down, 3 miles back up. As soon as I got him leashed, and I'd stop, take a break, and get some air, he'd lay down, and I would just keep on walking. I'm like, "You're not laying down on me right now. We're going."
Michael laid down on the ground when he got back to the truck, though.
It about killed me because just to keep him walking.
He's never done it since. Must have worked.
But yeah, that's the thing.
I had a
You got to deal with the suck.
I had a dog that a guy kept offering me money for, and I would just tell him $5,000. She wasn't very old. I think she was only a year and a half. And I'd tell him $5,000 all the time, or $10,000, whatever. Well, one time we had a bear, and we let it go and let the young dogs go, and went down to another tree, and she wasn't there. She's still up on the mountain. And he goes, "What is she doing?" He goes, "Man, it looks like $4,000 now." So I went back, called her, toned her, and I had to walk up this mountain, and every time we'd get another 200-300 yards, he says, "How much now?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know. I think you're down to about $2,500. By the time we got there, I'm like, "Man," and I was calling her, she was right there, but we came to a cliff, and I said, "Oh, I'm damn." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take $1,500 right now before I look over the edge." And kind of joking, and I did. I looked over that edge, and she was down there on a cliff that was about 10 feet down. It was only about 4 foot wide, and she had just went off and couldn't get back up, and realized it was like a 60-foot drop off of that. So she's just down there waiting for me, and I'm yelling. I'm mad. I'm like, she never don't come to me. And when I seen that cliff, I'm like, she's dead. Like, there's no way. Of course, I tried to sell her before he seen her dead, but didn't work out. I peeked over that edge there, and she just looking at me like, "You got to get me out of here." So, yeah, I mean, that's all the troubles, you don't hear about, and makes good stories, right?
Oh,
The worst stories make the best stories later if everything works out okay. But even the bad ones, it's a learning experience, and I think a lot of these kids need to go find somebody with hounds if you don't have them, or your parents, somebody don't have them. If your uncle has them, go over there every day and rake crap, feed them, water them, go out with them when they're doing stupid stuff. First of the season, right? I always call it Western when they're
I
just
think-
Let's not talk about first of the season shit.
well, it's everybody sees, and I know it's been harped on, but everybody sees social media, and let's be honest, social media is nothing but everyone's highlight reel.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Very few people post the lows and the highs, and I'm guilty of it as well. But you just get to see the good stuff. You don't get to see the days of hiking your ass off or driving around 100 miles, not finding a track, or
baiting baits at 3 a.m. to turn around and run at 4 after working 80 hours the prior week.
yeah, and it not working out.
Yeah.
Whether people don't see that. They just get to see, oh, we caught this today. We caught that today. My kids and I had this great day, but they don't get to see all the hours of roading dogs, cleaning up shit, feeding dogs, vet bills, just whatever. That's not the stuff that we are like, hey, look at what I did today when I did nothing but go over sit with my dogs for 15 minutes, feed them, doctor some stuff, and go from there, you know. And that's where all these people that don't agree with it, they just think that shit doesn't exist. And
that's fact.
That's a hard pill to swallow, and that's where I think this program is such a good thing for kids to they get their own pup, and it's on the parents to do it, but make them responsibly take care of it, work with it, train it.
Blake won that puppy, and I was like, I'll help you, but you're gonna do most of the legwork and getting dragon hides, and you're gonna do this. And now that he sees his dog at a bear tree that's treeing his guts out, he's like, that's good.
It
like,
clicks.
Yeah.
Now he's worked with every puppy that we've got. Like, I mean, the puppies we have now, he's the one running drags and tearing up hot dogs. He'll be out there dragging a hot dog around everywhere and then breaking it into pieces. And so, and he loves doing that with the pups.
Yep.
And he'll even hike Michael. Like, I mean, he matches him step for step in the forest. He's like, I'm not walking 100 yards with mom back up the hill to the side-by-side to drive around. I'm going to walk through the brush with you.
Yeah. You know, I don't think every kid not every kid's going to have that pure desire, you know.
No. Drive.
Not all of us have that. I got to watch what I say. I got to be.
It's not the recordedness in us that what they are not.
We don't all have that separate chromosome that makes us a little special and want to check. But
See,
you know, to answer
my kids were like that.
You keep the kids interested. Honestly, I think a pup of their own that they get to watch and progress and help with it, and then when that pup clicks, that'll light a fire. Because honestly, that is my favorite thing about running dogs is watching a young dog all of a sudden figure out what the hell he was born to do.
Oh yeah.
Until the next day.
Yeah. Some of them are so up and down, and honestly, puppies are the most frustrating thing in the world. They are. I love them till they're about 5 weeks old, and then I want nothing to do with them till they're about 8 months old. But you know, you have to deal with that in between. But for a kid to see that in something that they're invested in, definitely helps. I mean, I've been lucky enough that a lot of my kids love the dogs, and the hunting has come second, and then they have found a true love for watching their dogs do what they do. But I mean, I have 4 kids, and 2 out of the 4 extremely love it. The other 2 are great to go along, but will probably never have their own pack of dogs.
Yeah.
I got it.
My
Like,
son
somebody
is.
just asked, like, how do you get kids to love it? And I'm with you, Dustin. My daughter, she begged her dad for a plot. And we finally got her one. And that's like, that got her interested. Like, the one thing that she asked for, you know, and she finally got it. That's what got her interested. Unfortunately, like, she did have to embrace, as Dustin said, the suck part, right? But and she had to make the choice to put her dog down because of sickness. And so, like, after that, she's like, I don't want another dog. Yeah. Right. She's like with you, like, my daughter will probably never have her own pack of hounds and never be like a houndsman and, you know, go run without us. But she does love to still go and take the pictures. And that's what we have to, like, get her, like, invested in, is that she loves the pictures. Yep. Blake, he's different, right? So I think playing to what each kid loves is how you get them interested.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Cooper loves it. Cooper will have his own pack. He'll have his guiding license at 16 and be guiding hunts at 16-year-old. It's just, that's the kid he's going to be. Kira, my oldest daughter, she doesn't much care for it. She doesn't want to wake up in the mornings. It is not her cup of tea. You know, she'll take care of them if they get hurt or injured and stuff like that, and doctor them a little bit. But She don't much care for them. You know, she yells at them if they bark in the yard. That's her dealings with the dogs.
Yep.
And AJ he might surprise me. He's starting to get into it a little bit. We'll see what it turns into. But as far as Cooper, I keep it exciting for him because I'm a giant child myself, and I look at every day with the behavior of a 4-year-old. So if I can match a child's energy and being excited over the bug on the leaf and the turtle crossing the road just as much as he is, I think that makes a huge difference.
Oh, definitely. You know, and even not even just with kids, adults are the same way. For some,
Absolutely.
It's
Be
just,
that goof.
Yeah, it's some of us. It's just not our thing, and that's where you just have to realize that, you know what, no matter how they've all been raised in it, because every one of my kids have been raised in the hound world. I had them before they were born. They've all been raised in it, and I wasn't. I got into it at
I wasn't either.
almost 19, and it bit me so hard that I went out the very first time, heard dogs trail, didn't even catch anything, and I had a hound in less than a week. Like it was bad, and it's still bad.
I mean, that's kind of how we were. We drew some bear tags, and I had some buddies that ran dogs, and we killed bears under their dogs. And I'm like, I'm buying dogs.
Yeah.
Where we lived, we couldn't have dogs. And then as soon as we moved, now I got 14 of them.
Yep.
It's like, yeah. But I've only been doing it for 6 years, so I'm still learning every day that I go out, and I'm still learning how to run dogs.
Well, I mean, I've been in it almost 20, and there's still things I learn. You never stop learning, and you have people that you talk to that have more experience than you, whether they're younger or you than not. Like, you know, one of the people I ask the most questions to, he's a good 7 years younger than me, but he was born into it. He's been doing it his entire life, and he had great teachers. So it's that's. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish. No, finish your statement, Dustin.
But it's just, you know, you can never stop learning, and the minute that you think you've learned it all, you've made a big mistake.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
You don't have to go to somebody with more experience. You touched on that. You know, different experiences is what makes everybody have different knowledge. And so you guys, Amanda and Michael, your son, when he starts going out in the woods by himself, he's going to have experiences that you guys have never had.
Oh yeah.
And so how he sees that and how he learns from that, the information he gathers, he might say, hey, what about this and what about that? And you'll say, well, we've never seen that. You know, I think everybody here knows that Larry Hendricks was a real close friend of mine. And Larry Hendricks, I don't know, he was old enough to be my dad. But he asked me, he said, I had a lion do this the other day. You ever hear of anything like that? I'm like, Larry, you've seen hundreds of thousands more miles than I have. What? He says, yeah, but everybody has different experiences. And so keep that in mind too. It's good to bounce off of each other. And as soon as you have the idea that you know everything and there's no room for learning anything else, you might as well just go home and sit on the couch.
Oh yeah. Well, like
you sell out and you're done because you're going to ruin it after that.
It was last weekend. Blake brought a buddy hound hunting with us and he grew up hound hunting. He's the same age as Blake, and he's like, hey, I was standing by the fire with him, and he's like, you know, you guys hound hunt just a little bit different than I'm used to. And I'm like, well, how's that? He's like, you know, we send 2 or 3 dogs out there, and when they get it going, then we try to get around there closer to dump the rest of them in there. He's like, as soon as your dogs open up, he's like, you just send the rest of the box with them. And I'm like, well, that's how I was taught. Like, as soon as your dogs open up, you send some more power in there. And I mean, it's not going to take them very long to catch up, but he's like, no, we always go drive around a couple more corners and get closer, and then we dump more dogs in. But we only dump 2 or 3 in, and then we go a couple more corners and dump 2 or 3 more in. And I'm like, well, I was like, that's something I've never seen. So, and a 12-year-old kid's telling me this.
So I'm in Wisconsin. You know, we can only run with a 6-pack. You can only have 6 on any game at any given time. So when I start, I very much normally I'm only throwing 2, maybe 3 dogs to start until it is jumped, and then I'll add.
Yeah, I don't know how I could do with just 6 dogs. I mean, I take 11 or 12 dogs at a time with me.
Now, like coon hunt with 8 or 10.
It'd feel weird, wouldn't it? You know, but and that's like Michael and I we talk on the phone when we're talking about dogs and hunting and certain things, and he'll say things that I'm like, man, that's something I've never thought about or whatever. Or, it's nice to have people you can bounce ideas off of and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Like, what do you think? And the advice that you get may never work for you, but you tried it, and you can go a different way with it.
Oh yeah, and the advice you gave me a couple weeks ago has worked phenomenal. Like,
that's how you started catching monkeys, isn't it, Dustin? You took some bad advice.
Yeah, I hunted with someone that runs black and tans.
Hey, my black and tans are doing good right now. So
you bring them down here, I'll show them how to catch a Cotamundi. But
you would do that to my dog.
Oh, trust me, you bring you bring bear dogs down to Arizona from Idaho, I'm gonna catch javelina and I'm gonna catch Cotamundi. I promise it, because I did it all. But no, like, it's just, and like you're saying, like Benny was saying, someone that has less experience but has experienced something different. You can't discredit those people. You might have to take some of it with a grain of salt, but very much so.
And listening to him talk like a professional hound hunter, it was just like, I was like, that's just not how I've been taught.
He also told you that you can't catch bears unless you eat strawberry Pop-Tarts. So here we are.
And he ate a strawberry Pop-Tart that night, and we caught a bear. And I was like, you need to eat like 4 of them in the morning.
Eat more.
We're gonna go to town. We're gonna get you some more. We're gonna test this theory out.
Well, he ate. I made him grab 2 of them the next morning. And I go, "Did you eat them Pop-Tarts?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Well, they ain't working today."
Eat 2 more.
Yeah, Casey said it right there. Every time you go to the woods, you ought to learn something.
Absolutely.
No matter who it's from or what it's from.
Yeah.
If you don't, you've had a bad day or night.
Oh, he can't say that he's the worst crayon eater. He's hanging out with Jared Fisher.
Well, Jared's teaching him.
Oh, yeah.
But no,
I gotta buzz out of here, guys. I gotta get up at 3.
You're good.
Bye.
So, see you guys. Pleasure talking to you. Michael, you still talk funny.
No, I don't talk funny.
The only one who talks funny on here is you, and maybe that feller with the green.
That's facts.
Sure. All right. It was a pleasure, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
That's my backyard right now.
Tim, we're in Emmett. We're about just out of just north of Boise.
About an hour out of Boise.
Yep, a little out of Boise. So, no, I think anyone, I mean, I made it a mission. I don't remember. I don't do a whole lot with it anymore, but back when I started the hunting fam a long time ago, and then it transitioned into Cold Strike, I made it a mission to show a different side of hound hunting than most people are used to seeing. Most people just see the dogs, and I'm going to pick on Chris, but they just see the dogs and a big guy with a beard, and he's a backwoods pecker that is in ornery sucker.
Stereotypical houndsman.
You just wrote the book on Chris Watson.
I know. That's what it used to be back in the day, that everyone just thought that's what it was. And so when we started what we did with the hunting fam that eventually turned into Cold Strike and stuff, was was showing a different side of it, that it's a family thing, that my kids are involved in all of it. Like my kids help take care of the dogs. They clean kennels. But very rarely do you see me in the woods. I mean, a little more lately than not, just because I hunt during the week and kids go to school. In the summer, not as much, but honestly, very rarely did you ever see me in the mountains without a kid in my truck. Like I really pushed for that. I mean, we hunted hard as a family for like 4 or 5 years, that we were always together at every tree. Very rarely was one kid not there, you know. And as my kids have gotten older, that's been harder. You know, my oldest has moved out of the house, and my second just turned 16. She's getting a job. That's gonna play a different role. My boy wrestles,
Yeah.
you know, and things like that, and it makes it harder. But that is one thing we set out to give a new image as far as houndsmen go, as people that run hounds, that it can be a family thing, that the kids can be involved, and it's not just this scruffy, grumpy ass, dingy guy that lives in the back. I mean, it's not Ben Lilly. Yeah, I mean, trust me, I look the part some days, I do, but it can be so much more than that. And that the hounds, yes, my hounds are very much a tool that I use, because I do use them for guiding. I use them, you know, to make part of my living, but they're still a part of our family.
Yeah.
My kids still, I mean, if I come home without a dog and it's one that they're partial to, I'm an asshole. I'd like, why are you home and that dog's not here? You know, or if I, God forbid, sell one. Oh, I promise you, my daughter that's 16 now, you know, when I moved to Arizona and I had to take a break from dogs, I sold a few, and I sold one that she was not impressed with. She did not speak words to me directly for 6 months.
Well, I got a wife that I said I'm gonna sell a dog every freaking time we go hunting, and she's like, "You're not selling any of these dogs."
Yep. Well, and that's, like, you know, and my daughter that wouldn't speak to me, she's the one that, you know, Jeremy met. She's a 16-year-old now. She just has a true love for them. But yeah, it's just, we set out to put a different light on people that run hounds and the families behind them, and that's still what I try to do today with Cold Strike. Is it's a family thing, not just a dad leaves and goes hunting and comes back home. No. If I have kids that can go, I can't get out of the house without them.
I don't think the only time I get to go hound hunting by myself is if I'm guiding somebody.
Yeah.
The rest of the time, I have at least 2 family members in the pickup with me.
Yeah. Well, and don't get me wrong. Like, I love going with my kids. I love going with them. I do that. But sometimes it is nice just for me and my dogs to go spend some time. That's where I get to be like, you know, just reset. Just you know, live in the element where it's just me, and whether it sounds like the old Jag Terriers getting after it.
No, that's just 2 blue ticks getting after each other.
Oh, man. But no, just, you know, every once in a while you just need a day to yourself, and that's okay. But my kids sure, like, they get after me sometimes when I come home and I had a good day and they didn't get to go, and they're like, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
I think
you know, for years, you guys met my son Justin on here one night, and for years that little booger, he went with me almost always. I don't know how we pulled that off, but as life got more involved, then he didn't go with me so much, and I continued going. But for a long time, he didn't think that those dogs are capable of catching a mountain lion unless he was there.
Yep.
So that's, you know, First time I came home and he said, well, I said, yeah, we caught one today. And he says, he just looked at me like, I don't think you really did. I wasn't there. So, you know, it's good. And all three of my kids were raised in the same environment. I had dogs before I'd had them, but only one of them really latched onto the hounds. Now the others had the appreciation for it, and today they still do it, and they love hound pups, and they, you know, they understand my love for the dogs, but it's not for everybody. So,
No, it's not for
you
everybody.
know,
Well, I
No.
think technology has made it a little better for everybody because, you know, you talk about stereotypical houndsmen, but you kind of had to be a rough, tough sucker to go out there, and whether you was on a mule or walking, there was no side by side. They didn't take dirt bikes so much.
Well, I think back in the day, it was. I mean, they were definitely a little bit different breed. You know what I mean? They were the guys that were gonna go sleep on the mountain. You know, if they were following a lion and they were 4 miles from the truck and it got dark, they were just gonna lay down and go to sleep, and then they were gonna catch up with them dogs in the morning. You know, they were gonna pull the dogs. They all took a sleep, and then they went. You know, you or if you're on mules, you lay on a wet saddle blanket and you go to sleep.
Yep.
so how many of you guys have done that?
I have.
I've slept in the woods with them before.
Yeah.
I've
Tie your
spent-
mule up and use whatever you can. You know,
I
It
don't,
takes
I
the
don't, I
romance.
don't ride mules.
I
well,
guarantee you, it takes the romance out of the hunt.
it does. I mean, I
on a
spent,
cold night, especially.
I spent a
Oh,
night,
yeah.
built a fire while, you know, I was too far from the truck. I luckily was able enough to get a message out to say, "Hey, I'm okay, but I'm staying here tonight. I ain't coming out. I ain't gonna make it." And the next day we went forward and we're doing what we do. But
And you were lucky to get a message out. In the old days, there
yeah,
was
it
no
was,
message. You know,
yeah,
they didn't expect them back. If they weren't back in a week, then they sent somebody out.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've been on a few evening hunts, and Amanda's like, "Oh, I got to go home. I got to do some chores at the house." And I'm like, "All right, we'll be back at camp at 5 o'clock in the morning." And I'm just crawling into bed when she's freaking rolling back into camp, and she's like, "You ready to go?" I'm like, "Dude, we literally just tied dogs up." Like,
And then I said,
she's like, "I
sounds
don't."
like I'm driving.
She's like, "I don't care. I'm driving. Load them dogs back up. Let's go." And I'm like, "All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go 24 hours in a row now."
Yep, and that like Chris, the debate we had versus the modern stuff now versus the old school stuff. I mean, I definitely think that's why it's gotten more popular as time has gone on, because things are a little. I shouldn't say easier, but there's a lot more conveniences and a lot more safety measures in place. I mean, no matter what, if your dog's tree a lion or a bear or whatever you're after in a complete shithole in a remote area, if you have any salt to you, you're going to go and you're going to make it to that tree.
Yeah, and I've told myself ever since I got into them, if I have comms on them and I know where they're at, I'm not gonna leave them on the mountain overnight.
That's right.
I'm gonna go get my dog and I'm gonna take it back to camp.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, and that's and honestly, anybody that gets into it needs to make that promise to themselves and to them dogs that if they're gonna do their part, you're gonna do your part.
Yep.
And when you fail to do your part is when you need to have a reality check and decide if it's for you.
Yeah.
Is that when mine, Blake?
This is the one we're donating to the Hound Pup giveaway. Put his little face in here. He's up. He's being donated. Get closer so we can see him.
Good looking sucker, even though he's
Little blue
Yeah, he
tick.
is.
Even though it's blue. You know, I think
Guys,
also.
I'm gonna say one thing before I get off. For all you crayon eaters, don't eat the red ones, because when they come back, you might have ideas that you have a medical problem. So that's me signing off. So
What's going on, Jeremy?
See, Jeremy.
we'll see y'all later.
Yep.
Thanks for doing what y'all do.
Yep. All right, Jeremy.
And I tell you what, to be a kid now and try to get into it, it's already hard enough now, you know. And if you don't have parents that don't hunt, and you don't have, you know, you're kind of, a lot of them are into their video games, and then sports, man, sports.
It's hard.
If you want to be hounds and you're into sports, you're losing a lot.
Blake just said sports for him are dumb. And is why is because, you know, he's talked about, you know, I'm going to be in this sport. And I was like, okay, but that's, you know, fall bear and that's deer and that's
what I tell my kids.
Mm-hmm. And so he's like, well, I don't want to do that. And his cousin is currently doing football practice camp thing right now. And Blake's like, yeah, I don't want to do that at all. And so, Johnny's going to move. So then he's decided maybe he can try, what was it, lacrosse? Because it's in April and he doesn't really have too much right then.
And that's, you know, that's the battle I fight, you know, with my boy that wrestles. He wrestles all winter into the spring, and so he doesn't get to go hunt lions as much with me, and he struggles. Like he really does on the weekends, and you know, and I told him, I said I will always be to what I can be to, but where some of the times where what I'm doing with these dogs is my job and providing for the family, I said I can't be to everything. And I said, if you want to come with me, that's a choice you will have to make when you decide to make that choice. Mm-hmm. But I will leave it up to you. I said, I will always support you as much as I can, but I can't be there 100% of the time.
Well, and then they are on their devices and they are seeing all this negative impact on hunting. So they don't want to, they'll get a lot of slack. You know, my kids tell people at school they killed a bear and they're like, BS. And they'll show them pictures, you know, but, you know, and then, I mean, why aren't more kids hunting? Because they're doom scrolling for one. And if they're doom scrolling, they're seeing all this crap about hunting. So which way are they going to go, right?
Well, and I hate to say it, but I think there's a new. I gotta watch my words, but there's a new thing. Not so much new, but it's kind of a trend in the generations now that dad gets to go do his thing and take his time away from the family, and that's hunting, instead of sharing their passion with their kids. And
go put them outside.
Even though sometimes it is a straight pain in your ass to take your kids with you.
Oh, it is.
But
no, it is.
But and so they're, I mean, for lack of better words, they're taking the easier route that dad's going to go hunt for the weekend by himself, get his time, and then come home and instead of taking that time and dealing with the part of it that sucks. But once you figure that out and you take them with you and you get into a little more of a routine that makes it easier, it's so much more like, yes, I love a tree by myself where I can sit with my dogs and spend time with my dogs. I do. But when I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of my kids at a tree, those are the ones I remember long after the ones that I forget that's just me.
Well, someone asked how they keep them interested. It's no different than a dog, right? If you take a dog out for 2 years and you don't catch nothing, how's he going to get interested? And that's when your kids start getting interested, is when you start putting them under game, right? If you don't get them under game, they're going to get bored as shit too.
Well, and that's why I found that the bears are a little easier than the lions. You know, especially even when I was in Utah and we ran a little more snow, it's cold. They don't want to do it cold. They don't want to hike in the snow. And I don't blame them. I don't like that crap either. But even now, you know, I mean, snow versus dirt. In the dirt, it's a lot more slow. It's a lot more methodical. It's not fast paced, high energy. And kids have ADD. They all got ADD. Like it's easier for them to truly enjoy the bears because it's boom, fast, high paced energy, more trees. It's not cold trailing a lion for 4 hours, jumping it and
3 days.
jumping it and catching it in 6 to 7 hours. Whereas a bear race, typically they're not that long. It's easier to keep a kid interested. Maybe, like Jeremy does, coon hunting. That's definitely going to be easier to keep a kid interested in, or like the guys that run the foxes or the coyotes or deer or whatever. So it's definitely trying to keep that interest up. And I think when they have a dog in the mix and they can see what that dog's doing, whether they can see it, hear it, look at it on the GPS, it's going to help them stay in that.
I mean,
wait, Blake.
What?
Blake, you're a kid and you hound hunt. What makes you or keeps you the most interested in hound hunting? What makes you the happiest about it?
Sleeping.
Getting hats from Cold Strike.
Besides that.
.com.
You love Cold Strike? You do, huh?
The hiking.
You love the hiking. Does it change having since you got Diesel, does it make you happier to get to go to trees when Diesel's there?
Sometimes.
Yeah. But sometimes not.
Yeah.
Only when he's training.
Well, I mean, you gotta start small, right? You gotta take him along. You gotta, let everybody if you take anybody hunting and a dog barks on the rig, they think you're gonna get something. No matter who it is. They're like, what is he barking at? And I'm all, he's just barking. Like,
well, you take anyone, but you deal with like the client side of it. They're the same way. Holy cow! They hear a dog bark, and they're like, "It's game on, let's go!" And I'm like, "No, that's just a yearling full of piss and vinegar." Like, no, we got a while, but
and then you got to kind of pull them in the responsibility once they kind of get excited, right? But it's like a puppy. You gotta play around first before you make it too serious. Get them interested, and then you got to kind of, hey, why don't you help me feed these dogs or help? My kids grew up with it. All my kids grew up with it. My kids now, my 12-year-olds, I got videos of them 3 years old carrying a bucket of water to water the dogs. That's why I said they'll probably burn out a little bit. And a lot of kids that grow up with it, they'll take that little break, like get interested in girls, trucks, sports, and then they get back into their later teenage, and they're like, man, I wish I wouldn't have got it. I know a lot of people. How many people who heard, man, my dad used to run hounds. I wish I would have never got out of it. My grandfather, I wish I would have just listened to him and paid attention more, So I try not to burn them out. I'll go out there and feed as much as I can. And, sometimes they get lazy. Kids are kids. They're ADHD, man. It don't matter. I'm just bad. So, and then you got to let them be part of the success. And I think, so your organization gives them that one step ahead to where when we have puppies, those are our dogs, not the kids' dogs, like you said. So when they win a dog, when they train the dog and they get under game, it's no different than a puppy. They want to go catch another one. Let's go catch another one.
Yeah, that clicks. Like, oh, my dog does this. What's he gonna do next time? Is he gonna?
It's an addiction. Outdoors, everything's an addiction. It's worse. It costs more than doing heroin, probably.
Oh,
Probably.
You know what I mean?
For money?
There is nothing like I love hunting lions. I do, and I love watching dogs trail lions. But there is no bigger dopamine hit than when I'm driving a road and my whole box explodes on a bear rig.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, and the day it quits doing that for me is the day that I'll probably hang it up. But it's the minute they go, my whole body is like, whew. And I look over at my daughter, and she's just like chomping at the bit. Like she's like, let's go, let's turn them loose. I was like, nah, we got to look for a track, and, you know, and the way it works with me and her is we'll both get out and look at a track, look for it, whatever. And if I can't find one, I'll pay attention to what way they're looking. And the minute I look at her and say, I go like this, she'll hop up and she'll kick one dog loose. Yeah. And then she'll look at me, she watches me, and she's like, and then I'll tell her, I'll say, send that one. She'll send it. And once
you act like she was sitting down there waiting for you to do that. You know she was up there with her hand on the collars watching you.
Dude. She's waiting. Like her, I mean, she loves it. And so once we'll kick 2 out and they start trailing, I'm still walking around looking, whatever, listening.
Seeing what they're gonna do.
Yeah. But she just sits there and she waits it, and she's looking, she's watching what I'm doing because she's learning. But the minute I look at her and I just say, send them.
Let him go.
Oh, man. She's flipping everything. She's throwing box doors over.
No, that's just like him. Yeah. He can be dead asleep in the back seat of the side by side, dead asleep. And that freaking box rocker hits, and he's beating me to the strike rack, and he was asleep to unleash dogs. And I'm like,
yeah. He's shaking his
Where'd you come
his
from?
head like he wasn't asleep, but we all have kids. They all fall asleep back there, and as soon as that rig.
There's some days I'm driving and I'm half asleep, and when they rig, it scares the shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie.
I've had a couple of them this last week that I was just like, oh my Lord.
Hunting, getting up at 4 a.m, whatever. You're halfway driving, you hadn't had a strike, and it's almost 9 o'clock, and you're halfway like, all right, it's time to go back to camp, and then they explode, and it scares the crap out of me.
Oh yeah.
You know,
guys, I'm signing out.
Like Juliana too. She put in the chat that her kids get a truancy every hunting season. Same girl, same.
You know how many letters I've written back to the school where they see that letter? It says, your kids are 10 days. And I write back, I'm like, I'm the parent. I don't care. Is your homework done? What are their grades? Leave me alone. I will write that back and send it back. I don't care. We actually pulled them out and we're homeschooling this year. But for me, it's the tree. I love walking into a tree because, for one, you don't know what it's going to be. I don't care how broke your dogs are. You don't want to walk in. I mean, well, look at you, the monkey.
Oh,
you had a good. You were excited, but you're still excited to go see that lion across that canyon. You know,
I mean, I was in an area I had good service, and I was like, hey, found some scratches. We're trailing decent, whatever, and they switched somewhere where they made a lose. I called Jared. I was like, hey, dude, we're trailing a tom. Like, it's looking good. And then they got way out in front of me, and they hit treed. And I called Jared. I was like, dude, I got it caught. I'll send you a picture. And then monkey on a cliff. I was so mad.
There goes that dopamine.
And I called Jared. I was calling him every name in the book. I sent him videos. I was pissed.
Because he brought it there. He brought it there. I know he did.
It is what it is. You have those ups and downs with your dogs, and if it was all ups, you wouldn't appreciate what they truly are.
Oh, I had that 2 weeks ago. They blew out of there screaming, and the wind was blowing down the hill, and I was like, I smell a skunk. And it got worse and worse and worse, and Amanda and the kids were laughing, and I'm like,
and gagging simultaneously. I've never done that.
I'm like, this is not good. This is not good.
Hey, I'll take a skunk over a porcupine any day of the week.
Back in my coon hunting days, when I'd be walking behind dogs and they would stretch a skunk within 50 feet of you. Oh, I mean, it was so bad that it would burn your nose, burn your throat. I would start dry heaving because I couldn't take it. I'm with Chris. I'll take a skunk over a porcupine, but I hate them all.
So we weekend, I had caught a skunk. Another buddy had caught a skunk. 3 of us had caught a skunk, and we had a bunch of dew. And I pulled up to a pickup, and I'm like, "Is that your pickup or is that my pickup that stinks? Which one? Which one is?" He's like, "It's probably both of ours that are stinking. You just can't smell yours because the wind's blowing down the hill."
Yep. Yep. Well, youth organizations like this are great, but I tell you what, I've took a lot of kids to hound trials with us, my kids' friends, and they love. I could take a crappy dog that will turn around and come run back at you, but it don't matter. They just love going and handling those dogs.
Yep.
So I think the hound trials, if you have any hound trials, they're kind of goofy. You know what I mean? None of my older dogs they don't really run them. My younger dogs will until they really start catching some game, and then they'll quit kind of running those trails on the trials. But those trials are probably one of the best thing to get a kid interested.
Oh, I agree. It's a way that they can get some action. They can see the dog's trail. They can bark. They can treat, and it's not driving around all day to find that strike, to find that track. It's action. I mean, when it comes to hounds, action is key for younger kids.
Yeah.
I can drive around for 3 days and be okay with it when I find a track or don't find a track because I know that's the work to put into it. But for a kid, that's hard.
Well, as adults, we're trying to escape reality.
Yeah, you're going.
They don't know what reality is yet.
Yeah, you're getting away from work. You're getting away from, life, bills, the house, whatever. You're just that's your escape. That's what my dogs have been for me for 20 years. Therapeutic.
Oh,
yeah, the most expensive therapy you can find.
And it is good, but like by 9 o'clock, and you've been rigging since 5 o'clock in the morning, and you haven't had a freaking strike, you're like, I'm fucking over this. I'm ready to go home.
Oh, there is. You can watch Instagram and Snapchat and YouTube and all that all you want. You don't just drop the tailgate. They don't just jump out, and in 15 minutes you don't have a bear tree. Even that hunt they did, you don't have a bear tree that fast. You know.
Well, and it's even being in it over the years, I have my up years, and I have my down years. Whether it's dogs that have passed that I relied on, or new country. I mean, I've moved twice in 20 years and had to learn completely new country. Arizona was a huge learning curve for me with the off game that's here that I wasn't used to. But you learn new country, you learn different things. You have your ups, you have your downs, and you just gotta ride it and work whatever.
And like this year's one of them down years. I mean, I lost 2 phenomenal bear dogs last year to cheatgrass, and it feels like I'm a brand new houndsman again.
Man, I'm gonna be free casting this year too. I lost a couple second up runner-ups, 3 of them. One old one that helped, and then 2 of my best ones. And I'm gonna be free casting a lot and hoping somebody steps up, because I have my old dog. He'll rig, but he's getting old, and man, he's just slow. So if I can get the other ones to take the rig, I'll be good. But I'll probably be free casting.
And I mean, like Blake's old dog. He's old, and they strike, and it's a true bear. That dog ain't gonna give up. He's gonna die on the mountain. He's not gonna give up. Like, and I've kind of relied on him a little bit this year. Like, they blow up and I'll let him go. And if he don't come back, I know they got it going.
Yeah.
So that dog's he's gonna die on the mountain, just doing what he loves to do.
That right there, though, when they don't come back, that gives you a lot of second wins to go and find out what's at the tree.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does.
And they're running around separating, and they're 9 miles away. You're like, Oh man, please come back. Please come back. Please, there's no road over there. So,
Well,
I mean,
like the last one that we ran the last weekend, they all blew up, and one of my old dogs and two young dogs split and took one, and the rest of them kept going straight. We caught that bear, and then my buddy, I told him where my dogs were at, and he dumped out, and my three dogs ran into his tree. But I don't know if it wasn't the bear. Them three dogs were already running at the, and it was far enough ahead of them. I don't know what happened, but we only treed 400 yards apart from each other.
Yep.
So it was pretty cool to go to two different bear trees with dogs there,
Yep.
400 yards apart.
Oh yeah. You know, and that's the hard part is you can send dogs down a track, and the minute they're out of sight, you have zero idea what truly happened. You can guess, you can speculate, you can, I mean, and especially with these GPSs, you can kind of watch and see, you know what, they're doing this, they're doing that, but in the end, you truly don't.
Yeah, you don't have
any idea what's going on. I mean, it comes with years and experience of learning and saying, you know what, oh, this dog's peeling out. Most of the time, he's got it. If he's out, he's got it. The rest will figure it out or whatever. But honestly, you could send dogs down a bear track that you started, and they'll hit a canyon, make a loose, and start a completely different bear.
Yeah, that could have happened too. I don't know what happened, but I know they ended up at a bear tree.
Yeah, they ended up at a tree. I mean, that's like, you know, I've sent dogs, started a dirt lion track, trailing it decent, going, and all of a sudden, 5 hours later, they're coming towards a road, and we're on a bear track going backwards. Like what? But and they're trailing just as good as they were when I sent them. But they go into a canyon where the trailing gets hard, whether it's the conditions, whether it's a burn, whether it's the rocks, whatever. They make a loose, and one dog hits a bear, and they're like, "Oh, well, this dog has it. We're gonna go," and they'll switch. Yeah. You know, and that's one of the things that you deal with when you have dogs that run more than one type of game. You know, I had straight lion dogs, I'd never have that problem other than some trashy young dogs. But
and see, like around here, we don't have the lions you guys got down there. Like
not as many.
Not near as many lions. Like you don't see a lion track in the dirt while we're bear hunting. I mean, I've seen a couple lions when I had an empty box when they were freed at a bear, and I went to go turn around and there's a lion standing in the road. I'm like, well, that don't do me any good. Yeah. But we don't have near the lions that you guys got down there in Arizona.
Well, but also I think in Arizona we have the conditions and the dirt and the possibility of seeing the track a little easier.
Yeah, I mean, ours is more gravel and you know.
Yeah, depending on where you go cut roads here in Arizona, you're cutting good dirt, you're cutting sand, you're cutting things that definitely make a track easier. Because I know how that is. Like even hunting in Utah, there were certain areas I hunted, and even there's areas I hunt in Utah that you ain't seeing a track, and there's that same way here in Arizona. Sometimes I don't know what I'm running till a mile later when I finally find one.
This comment says, my dogs might strike a coyote and tree a deer. They don't mind switching it up a bit.
Yeah, that happens.
And I mean, like where we hunt, like when the dogs blow up and I've been getting out and looking for tracks, it's all gravel. You're not going to see like, them bears ain't leaving no tracks. There might be a scuff in the road, you know.
Yeah.
where he was grabbing another gear and hauling ass, but it's hard to know what the hell you're turning out on.
Yep.
We
And
just got to get that Garmin that has the bear scent secret
Oh,
on
yeah,
it.
the ones-
Lion. It tells you
Anti-
bear detected.
yeah.
Lion.
make
Hey, they
it
make a truck that drives around for natural gas and smells it. Why can't they make a collar?
Exactly. Something that's a translator when the dog barks that says lion or bear or that it's bullshit.
I got kids, so that what is that chance of spaghetti and meatballs where he has the monkey and it talks to the
Oh, Cloudy with the chance of meatballs.
Yes.
Monkey has the translator. Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, right. Do you imagine having those dogs? That dog would be like, "Hey, stupid! For one, you haven't fed me enough today. Two, it's cold up here on this box.
That's all.
The dog box smells like shit.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You know Rufus is shitting in the box."
I was gonna say maybe that translator will tell us who's actually pooping on the box and who's not.
Man.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
So
No, I mean, I think it's the more kids we can get into it, and it is hard because it's getting harder and harder for us to hunt. It's getting more expensive. It's getting. I mean, we'll probably have a lion initiative, ballot initiative next year. I mean, that's what I'm being told. Whether it happens or not, hopefully they're wrong. Hopefully they're all liars. But to get into it now, it's like where are our kids going to be in 20 years with all this? I mean, we have such a big deal with horses right now. Like it's sickening. I mean, it is sickening that people don't, what is it, anthropomorphism or whatever it is, where they think everything's a human being. You know, look at the wolf situation. It's getting worse. It's just getting worse. And so you got these kids that did have, how many people too, if you ask, you hunt? Oh, my dad hunted. These are like 30, 40-year-old people.
Oh yeah.
My dad hunted. I just don't really have the time now. If he's not hunting, his kid's not hunting. Then his kid's going to Flagstaff, Arizona College, NAU, and coming out, I'll say it, a retard, lib. Like, I've seen people do that. I've literally seen people go into that college and come out just dumber, anti-hunters, because they believe that just like we can use social media to get hunters, it's easier for them to use social media to make a non-hunter an anti-hunter.
Oh yeah.
And it's tough these days.
The wokeness is a movement.
It's horrible. So, I mean, even in the next 10 years, look at Oregon. That's all I can say. It don't matter if it doesn't go through or goes through. It don't matter. They got enough signatures.
Yep.
Or close to. I don't know if they have. Do they have enough signatures?
No,
Yeah.
they have enough to
I
get
think
it.
they did.
Yep, they got enough to get it on the.
It'll be on the ballot.
It might be barely, but they may barely win because there's that many stupid people that do not understand.
Well,
they don't have the education or knowledge or even want to. Because once they believe in something, there's very slim chance of talking them out.
No, yeah, they get such a one-way mindset instead of an open mindset that is being created, and that's a hard battle to fight.
And look at California. We can't use that enough. Like, you don't get it. The government in California, the politics in California. I mean, the way the mountain lion, where they got rid of it, 50 years ago, 30.
Yeah.
And they have all this money, and they're still having a problem with lions. Like,
it's getting worse day by day.
And the bears, come on, 40,000 bears too many. 80,000 bears.
Yep.
Like, it's crazy. You have sanctuary bear cities. It's going to be tough for it. It's like saying there's two genders now. You're a piece of shit, racist, white son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? And to be a hunter now, you're just scum of the earth, murderer.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Well, whoever's got a bear problem, they can just transport them over here and dump them out. I'll go take
That's
care
what I
of it.
say. I'll go over there and I'll take a
I'll go give
trailer.
them some exercise.
Yeah.
Yep.
No fat
mean,
ones.
So our kids getting into it are going to have, if
That's
they're lucky to stay into it till they're our age, we'll be lucky.
that's
a sad deal.
That's hard part for sure.
And it's not even just anti-active; it's your development.
Development, and also, I mean, it's one that I don't think gets said enough, but hunters that have a different opinion of hound hunting, that they don't. Not everyone that hunts supports all hunting. If that makes sense, you know.
Oh no, the deer archery hunters hate houndsmen.
But,
you know what I mean?
But they love their deer. But what we chase and what we hunt affects their deer numbers.
Yeah, even if it's just one.
Yep. And that's where I think, if you're a sportsman, whether you agree with a certain type of hunting or not, you should still support it because it's sportsman. Yeah. We all should be one in that aspect. You know what? I'm not a fan of archery, deer, or elk hunting because I know how many get stuck and not found.
Yeah.
And then elk is worse.
But
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love going archery elk hunting. I love it.
You know what I mean? I agree. But a guy makes a bad shot, doesn't find it. Is he gonna notch his tag and not use it, or is he gonna hunt again?
Most of them are gonna go hunt again.
And that's the thing, you know. I'm just like, you know what? I might not agree with all the aspects of what you do, but I agree with your opportunity and your right and your what you love to do. I'm not gonna vote against it just because what I don't like about it.
Yeah.
And that's where I think they differ a little bit from us is they might not agree with the dogs. They don't like that the dogs have messed up this or whatever. And honestly, the archery guys that say hounds mess up deer and elk hunts, I have videos of my dogs trailing through a herd of elk. The elk will run 50 yards, stare at my dogs keep trailing through, and the elk will come right back to doing what they're doing.
Yeah. If you got patience and you know how dogs work, if you just have patience and sit there, you're still going to shoot that elk.
Yeah. They get a biased opinion from what they've seen on the internet or
heard from other people. And yeah.
Oh, it's the unfair chase that gets me. That thing
I mean, honestly,
that boils my blood right there.
A bear has a better chance of getting away from a pack of hounds than it does getting away from your rifle at 400 yards across the goddamn.
If that bear wanted to, it could turn around and kill every dog it wanted in your pack.
Yeah. Oh,
whenever it wanted,
all day long.
Same. I mean, it takes less than 10 seconds for that bear to kill that dog.
Oh, and they can do it. They just don't realize they can. But you look at, you know, we dealt with this in Arizona a couple of years ago with the sow numbers being shot by spot and stalk people and by hound hunters. Spot and stalk, when you're shooting 600 yards across the canyon,
at a bait barrel.
Well, even if not, just seeing them out, you know, in quickly pairs. I'm not gonna lie. At 600 yards, I'd have to sit there and watch a bear for quite a while to be able to tell that it's a boar or a sow, and whether it's a good boar versus a young boar. And a young boar and a sow, sometimes they look very similar. Whereas dogs have it in a tree. Give me 10 minutes, I can tell you whether it's a boar or sow.
And even sometimes in the tree, it's difficult what kind of tree they're in, you know.
Oh, man.
sometimes you got to tap on the tree, make them move around, and you see a set of nuts, and you're like, oh, that's
Well,
bored.
and like the one Blake shot last year, right? We did that, tapped on tree, and I'm like, yeah, it's got fuck balls, shoot it. So, and when it hit the dirt, it was not a boar, but it had already torn up 6 dogs, so it was a good sow to get taken out.
Yeah, and that's the thing is and that's what we deal with in some of these spots, in some of these areas that have a lot more spot and stock opportunity versus just hound season, because it's a crazy the difference between Utah and Arizona on what is killed with spot and stock and what is killed with hounds. Like amazing difference.
Yeah.
Arizona, huge spot and stock. Just because these bears get in these open canyons eating prickly pears, where you can glass them up and shoot them across the canyon. Whereas in Utah, that's just not a thing. They run the bait barrels, they do whatever, but true spot and stock it is a lot harder versus down here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that plays a number on the sow to boar ratio.
Oh, it killed us last year.
Oh,
and then you know who gets blamed for it? The dog guys. And since they're doing the numbers, and it was like 21% were killed with dogs.
Yeah. So I looked at the numbers last year on bears. The sow to boar ratio was 50% straight across the board, and I want to say 20 to 25% of the total bears killed were with dogs. The rest is all spot.
It was like 22%. It wasn't very high.
That's like 500 bears.
Yeah.
So it's different.
They shut some of our stuff down for spring because they said the hound hunters were killing too many bears. But like when we looked at the numbers, it wasn't the hound hunters that were killing all the freaking bears. So they shut a bunch of our stuff down for spring running. And it's just like, well, whatever, you guys.
Well, it's like Arizona. Some of their units, they've went to, the ones that have gotten massacred in the last, they've changed them from gun to archery only.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes a difference.
But can they still bait?
We don't bait in Arizona.
You can't.
The reservation can bait, and that's it.
Yeah, the only place you can bait is on the res. So Arizona is straight spot and stock or hound. That's all you can do.
Gotcha.
So we can't do anything with baits.
I had a guy tell me he didn't like dog. He'd run lion with bear or with dogs. He didn't like running bears with dogs. It was unfair. And I said, you go down on the res and bait barrel it. Well, that's different. I said, it's not different. I said, you don't even give him a chance to get out of town.
No.
He's eating. You're saying unfair chase, but you're shooting an elk when he's trying to breed.
Well, that's
how much unfair can you get there?
Well, and with the new, and I'm guilty of it. I ain't gonna say I'm not, but the long range stuff, the long range scopes, those rifles that can reach out and touch an animal at 800, 1,000 yards.
Muzzle loaders, 500 yards.
Yeah,
you're shooting way out there.
That's a whole another rabbit hole.
Oh yeah,
a bad one.
Well, look at your bows.
Oh,
the old bows, 40 yards, they were doing this.
Yeah.
Now, 80 yards, they're doing this.
Yep.
They're fast.
The bows nowadays are freaking ridiculous. Like,
no, they're crazy. 400 feet second fast. Like,
oh yeah.
Your 1 and 40 pin are the same. Like, it's not far off. So.
Yep. Well, and like Wayne said, in the end of the day, a harvested animal is a harvested animal, no matter the technique, as long as it's legal. And that's a good point. I might not like long range shooters. I might not like guys that take archery archery shots they shouldn't. But it's legal, and that's what they're doing, and that's where I ask them to be open to how I do it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't go out and say they're gonna miss it. Just like we don't go out and say we're gonna get a dog killed.
No,
You know what I mean?
no, you know,
just don't know.
I just know that in the end of the day, when if it ends at a tree, I'm able to sit there and assess that animal and know exactly what I'm doing or what we're harvesting versus, you know, a deer or elk across the canyon. It's a little easier to tell what you're
Male, female.
And I mean, you know if you're going to shoot a raghorn bull or you're shooting a 350.
Yeah. Whereas bears and lions, especially lions, that most guys, I mean, have zero experience with them. They see them across the canyon because they're moving from a kill or doing whatever. They just see a lion and they're going to shoot.
Yeah,
it's the same with bears, right? You buy a tag, you're out deer hunting. That bear looks like it's 400. I'm guilty of it. I'm like, that's a big bear. Get him in the tree. I'm like, that's a German Shepherd. Damn, that thing looked big out there running from the dog. You know?
Yeah, and that's just the thing that's a hair. You know, when it comes to bears and lions versus deer, elk, antelope, when you look at them, they have something to measure off of that you can look other than just body size, the way their head looks, the way they walk.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Oh, and that's another thing. Like last week, there was a bear that I don't know where it came from, but it'd been here in town and went to one of Blake's buddy's house and they took a picture. He's like, this is like a 400-pound bear. They showed Blake the picture, and Blake's like, dude, that's like a 50-pound bear. Like that's a little bear.
Yeah.
And then somebody else called in. It was in their backyard, and the Fish and Game had it euthanized.
Yeah.
They couldn't catch it, and they just killed it. It's like everybody thinks a bear is 400-pound bear.
Most of your nuisance bears are under 2 years old, and they're a boar.
Yep.
That's just how it is, because I don't know why it's just the boars. I mean, but when you got little boys that are toddlers, they're hell raisers. You know, the girls,
they're range. They branch out. They're feral. Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to establish their dominance.
And I mean, this one, the pictures I seen, he had big old Mickey Mouse there. He wasn't more than 60, 70-pound bear. Like, I never did get to see like a full body picture of him, but it was not a big bear.
I think what gets me is when you see a houndsman and they have a client and they take a picture of that bear and you're like, damn, why would you post? You could shoot it. It's a legal bear, but why would you post that? Like,
yeah, why? Yeah. And that's where it just comes down to whether that outfitter, guide, whatever, decides that a client shooting something over and I hate the word, but over a trophy. You know what I mean? Whether we're just kill something,
a mature,
or we're gonna work towards a mature animal.
Yeah.
But
and
it's about this. About that money.
And when you know, you gotta explain to them sometimes, like, dude, if you shoot this little female, that just killed our cubs that are going to be here next year.
And that's how I am, you know. And when we're hunting, if my dogs rig and I find a bear track or a lion track, you know, I don't rig lions very often, but if I find a bear track when they rig and I know for sure it's a sow, I'm not going to run it. Or I will be up front with my client and say, hey, this is a small bear. It's a sow. If we tree it, we're not going to kill it. But if you want to see a bear in a tree, we can send them.
Yeah.
And I leave it up to them. Same with a female lion. When I find a track and I know it's a female, we can trail a lion and try and catch it, or we can keep looking for a tom. whatever you want to do. But when we tree this female, we're not killing it.
Yeah,
I let
you're
before
gonna
we-
take some pictures.
Yeah.
and we're gonna walk back to the pickup.
Yeah, we're either gonna go see a lion in a tree, or we're gonna keep hunting. What do you want to do? And there's
Yeah.
never a guarantee that we're gonna catch it, but that's what I say. You know.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I've told some clients, like, I found a female track and sent some dogs on it, and they're like, "Well, didn't you say that was a female track?" I'm like, "Yeah. Don't you want to see a lion?"
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, why? If we can't kill it, why? I'm like, because my dogs need exercise. They've been in a box for a freaking week, so we're gonna go catch a lion.
Yep.
So, and they're usually cool about it, and it's like, whatever. If you guys aren't cool with it, then I guess
Pictures of a lion you get to see is better than pictures of a truck driving a road.
that is the
A track you
truth.
can't catch. Yeah.
So,
Well, there we go. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Your wife disappeared on us.
oh yeah, she's taking care of puppies right now.
Yeah.
So,
So, but yeah, we'll try to get people over to your site and get some letters in and get them hooked up with AWDA, get them hooked up with some collars.
yeah, that was freaking awesome. That was freaking awesome.
Cody's he's one of those guys that when he finds something he thinks is a good thing, he does what he can for sure.
That was freaking awesome.
So,
So,
A good deal.
yeah.
Dustin, you stayed on almost the whole time. What's up? What's wrong with you?
My computer didn't die, internet didn't
I know. Mine did it. Mine all freaked out. I had to restart it.
Yeah, you disappeared for a minute.
I did. I jumped on another internet because my other one, I
Yeah.
don't know what it was doing.
Speaking of the brains of the outfit.
I know. Amanda, appreciate you coming on.
Thank you so much for talking with us and letting us be on your podcast. And it was awesome having good conversation.
It was, for sure.
So where can we go to get hold of you?
Oh, well, you have my number, so that's one way. But most of it's just through the messenger on Facebook.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to donate anything, if you want to donate a puppy or you have a puppy that you think might work, reach out to me. I'll send out the information. If you want to donate cash, all that goes to mostly shipping for sending out the prizes that have been donated, because the shipping can be pretty spendy. And then doing different contests, like we did the drawing contest, and we bought a hat from Cold Strike, and the kid got to pick out what they wanted on it. So we do all kinds of different little things, and Messenger's the best way.
Perfect. And that's on the Facebook. It's the Great American Hound Giveaway.
The Great American Hound Pup Giveaway.
Yep.
It's got 3 little pups on the top. It's a hand-drawn picture a kid drew of 3 puppies, and it says the American Hound Pup Giveaway.
Perfect. Well, there you go.
Or on Instagram, it's still the American Hound Pup Giveaway, and it's just on Instagram.
Yep.
So either way.
Or get a hold of me, and I'll get you in hold of her.
Yep.
That works too.
Yep. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you have any updates, let us know.
All right.
Will do.
Bye.
Good night.
Justin, I'll see you later.
Sounds good, buddy.
All right. I'll talk to you later. All right. azhhr.com. If you want to be a donor or set up a vending, be a vendor at the 2026 Arizona Hound Hunting Rendezvous, let me know. I will, Tim. Tim says, give them their number. The Great American Hound Pup Giveaway on Facebook or Instagram. If you got anything you want to donate, trying to get kids involved. What else we got? If you want to be a donor or sponsor of the Arizona Working Dog Alliance, azwda.com. And don't forget to go check out coldstrikegear.com and join that honey hole. That keeps Dustin going so he can donate to a lot of these nonprofit organizations. Other than that, I am going down to Phoenix Game and Fish Office this weekend to get an award for Conservation Advocate of the Year, I believe, something like that. I think someone made a mistake, but they got it. If you're listening to so you can listen to this on, go look up Free Castin on your Spotify or Apple's podcast. If you're listening to this on a podcast, you can watch us live every Wednesday night at 6:00. And I can't promise you that we won't rabbit hole. We kind of rabbit holed at the end of this and got into some stories, which is a good thing. But other than that, hope you guys stay safe out there. Keep your powder dry and stay safe out there. I'll see you guys next week.